Hi, my name's Hashem Aweda. I'm currently a student at ECU, working towards my master's. This is part of Assessment 4, which is a script designed to retrieve some code from a HTML code from a cybersecurity website. Tried to find one nice and simple, nothing too extravagant. We only really had maybe less than a week to work on this, so it's functional. It's working fine. It's doing everything that I'm asking of it to do. But if I had more time, then if I had like 2 or 3 weeks, a month, I could maybe even perfect it a little bit. But it contains a lot of the concepts that we've been learning throughout this unit, which has been really enjoyable. All right, so let's have a look at it. First of all, I won't go into the real basics, like comments and all that. But I created a couple of functions. Now, it's rough, and I would have liked to have done this a little bit more cleaner. But essentially, I've got my menu. I'm using this type of menu, and I'll demonstrate how this menu will work. I did try to work on another menu system. Maybe I can show you. Yeah. It just couldn't work out for me. But with more time, I'd eventually get there. But yeah, so I've got that function. The other function I've got here is a retrieve. So this is how I, the command that I went out to actually retrieve the website that I was looking at. And I cleaned. This is the command where I actually filtered out the things that I was interested in. And I must confess that it gave me an absolute nightmare. This little command here. These commands. It took me, the whole assignment maybe took me about 30 hours, maybe 40 hours. This one took most of it, like 80% of the actual process, just trying to find the exact, and even then, I could, more time and more practice and more knowledge as my skills build and I become more efficient at programming or scripting, I'd probably even be able to do that a little bit better. But the good thing is it works. We're using grep and we're using sed. So we're using pretty much everything that it's functional. It's working really, really well. You'll also notice that up in the function here, I'm using an awk command, and I basically the awk command will, based on the output that my grep and sed command, as I filter it, I was able to put it into nice, neat and tidy fields, and I can access those fields in this particular command. Again, this part took me quite a long time. Not perfect, but it's actually functional, and as I'll give you a demonstration, it actually works. Pretty good. But first of all, I needed to, looking at the assignment again, I noticed that we had to actually perform some security, and this is just a last minute touch that I put to this script here. So I just did this. This is just a simple password, a small little PASSWORD. Nothing extravagant, but again, it's another thing that the user has to enter the password to be able to enter this program. We've got an if-else statement. If they, there's a little hash text that is generated over here with the password that they've entered. Now, what will happen is I'll clean that up, and I'll remove the actual files later, because I don't want to leave it on the system of the users. Got one up here as well. Again, it's not perfect. I would more time and more skills. I'd be able to even clean that up even better. But in any case, same with the other. For example, the sed and grep, it goes into a clean text file, which gets cleaned up as well. So basically, in the end, those files won't be left on the user's file system. I thought that was a little bit of a nice little touch where we want to clean up and also be a little bit more secure. This is pretty secure. The only thing I would, once I gain better skills and more knowledge, is the user can still access this file If I go into over here to the right of the screen, if I do a cat just assignment, I think, yeah, that the user can see the code. They can see what I'm doing already. They probably couldn't hash or crack this hash. It's a pretty decent one, 256. But still, they can still get into this other code, so they can see what I'm doing, and they can copy and paste my command. So, if I had more time, I would find a way of maybe encrypting this file, this actual program, and find a way of running it. But maybe in the future I'll look into that. Yeah, I've got an if-else statement. If they don't access it, then they get asked to. They don't get asked to leave. It just exits with a little code of 1. If I ever wanted to use something in the future, I'm using exit 1, exit 0. Yeah, that's all I've got in this scenario. But let's have a look at it working. So I just go to /assignment4.sh, and I'm going to run it. Now, if I incorrectly put the password in, it's going to say access denied. Please run the command again to enter the correct password to get access to the script. Yep. Now, if I go to the list, you'll notice in here that those files, clean.txt, hash.txt, so these actual files themselves, they are not there. No, they're not there, so they've been cleaned. All right, let's run that again. I'm going to put the correct password in this time. Awesome. So I've got this basic menu system again. I need, probably would be nice if I could clean it up a bit, maybe make it a bit nicer. I did want to use a different menu system, which was much more attractive and more appeasing, but yeah, it didn't quite work out for me. It was this one over here. Couldn't quite get it. Okay, maybe I'll keep playing around with that because I'd like to get that working one day. But in any case, so now these are my menu choices. So based on the output of the web page, and I've selected some things inside the HTML itself. Actually, I might bring that up. I'll just be really quickly. I just got to pause the video and grab it. Thanks to the magic of live pause, I was able to look into. I've got a really big second screen, so maybe I might be able to probably see if we can zoom in here. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. I'll just pause again. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so this is the website that I'm actually extracting the data from, and you'll notice that I'm pretty interested in these topics here and not anything else. Not really interested in the links or anything else that's on the web page. So I want to extract this piece of information from this particular website. And so if I go back into the script, if I type 1, which is the first on the menu system here, it should work. Wait a sec. Have I got the right program? I'll be back in a second. Okay, I had to make some last minute adjustments. Everything was working well, but as usually happens when you're presenting, something went wrong. So I did some alterations and it's working fine now. Basically what I ended up doing is taking my code where the actual table here out of a function, and yeah, it's a shame. It was working really well, but happens in production when you're showing off code. But I was able to fix it really quick, so it's still functioning. If I go over here to if I just go into my bash script, which has decided to pull the plug on me. So okay, look, I've got another little window open here. Put the password, and if I go to 1, alright, let's jump out of that. Okay, I'm just going to close that and open it again. That's always happens, doesn't it? Hopefully you're as amused as I am. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so if I go to all right, be back in a second. Okay, so it looks like I've got it back up and running. Instead of doing the whole video again, I thought I'd just you can actually see me making errors and fixing it as I go along. So I thought, what's the point of doing it again? I can just show you that that I can think on my feet and figure out what happens. So I actually put this little section back into a function, and it seems to be working fine now. So if we go over to the bash scripting here, if I just run it now with the password, and I can then press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go through the menu selection, and there's no 8. Here, if I press a number that's not between 1 and 7 and Q, I should, hopefully as I get more talented and skilled at this, I'll be able to compile a better menu where it will give me back an error. Or even if the website went down and I couldn't retrieve the website, I should have an error message there. But yeah, skills and time as I get better at managing all those. But if I go to quit, if I look into my file system, all those it's nice and clean and nothing's there. So let's just have a look at that one more time. If I press the wrong password, access denied, no messy files. If I go again, actually if I try that again with the proper password, yeah, I can go into all the it's doing everything it's asking for me. The user is presented with a menu system, can make selections, and get the information that we're looking at. Yeah, so there's the program in action. Thank you very much. I wish I had some more time to speak about it more, but I'm already over 10 minutes. So thank you very much for viewing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the feedback. Thank you.